Good morning, and everybody out there in internet land. I just have to ask you three stupid ass questions. Three stupid ass questions. Here's the first stupid ass question. One, do you think it's a good idea to save money? Yes or no? I'll wait. Second stupid ass question. Given today's political economic climate with what's going on in the United States, what's going on in the world, what's going on with central banks, what's going on with banks not paying interest rates, do you think it might be a good idea to save at least a portion of that money in gold and silver? So again, second stupid ass question, do you think it might be a good idea to save at least a portion of what you're saving, what you're willing to save, in gold and silver? The third stupid ass question I've got for you is this. If you're going to be saving money and you think it's a good idea to save at least a portion of that in gold and silver, do you think you'd rather pay retail prices for gold and silver or wholesale prices for gold and silver? That's what I want to know. Do you want to pay retail prices for gold and silver or wholesale prices for gold and silver? So three stupid ass questions. One, do you think it's a good idea to save money? Two, if you think it's a good idea to save money, do you think it might be a good idea given today's political, social, economic, global climate? At least a portion of that in gold and silver. And then lastly, if you're going to be saving gold and silver, would you rather pay retail prices for it or wholesale prices for it? Three stupid ass questions. You can answer it whenever you feel like it. Here's why I save in gold and silver. Number one, it's just as liquid as cash. In fact, it's more liquid. For example, I can take gold and silver anywhere around the world, right? I could take it to Russia, I could take it to China, I could take it to Belize, I could take it to Guatemala. Silver is silver, and it's recognized as silver. I can exchange it for any local currency once I hit the ground inside of about 10 minutes. Extremely liquid. I don't have to call up my broker and cash it out. I don't have to wait for the money to hit my account. I just carry what I want to go, exchange it for whatever I need. So it's extremely liquid. Next, it's liquid, but psychologically, how it affects you is you don't want to spend it. You want to collect more of it. So let me give you a point. If Beyonce comes to town, her and Jay-Z, and they do a concert, you don't have the money, right, for you and your wife and your kids, all that kind of stuff, to pay $400 or $500 for tickets. What you're likely to do is go rob your savings account. Go get the tickets and take your family out for a good time. Let's say friends come to town. You don't have the money, but you want a treat. You rob your savings account and take your friends out to eat. You see what happens, ladies and gentlemen, most of us save money for stupid reasons. One, we set up a Christmas fund, right? So when Christmas comes, we spend whatever we saved and we have to start over again the next year. The second thing we tend to save for is vacations. We call that a vacation fund. You save up enough money so that you and your family can take a trip, a cruise, whatever the case may be. Dumb stuff. And at the end of it all, you don't have enough money. You don't have enough cash. You don't have enough resources for true savings. It's the difference between a savings plan, right, and a Christmas fund. A difference between a savings plan and a vacation fund. Those are differences. The last thing anybody should ever want to do is spend their real savings on dumb stuff like Jay-Z tickets and Beyonce. And I like Beyonce. She can sing, and she's beautiful, and she's entertaining. But you don't want to spend your savings on it, right? So this is what I suggest you do. Number one, you get into the habit of putting aside, after you got your emergency fund, that's number one. Emergency fund, ladies and gentlemen, is where you take 2 to 3 months worth of your your monthly salary, and you set that in a bank someplace, accessed by debit card, and use that only in case you lose your job or something of that nature. You still got to continue to pay bills. That way you don't have to take the first job offer that comes across your desk, right? So after you establish your emergency fund, then you decide how much of your money you can afford to save. Some people save 10%, some people save 20%. So let's say that you make $50,000 a year. You want to save 10% of your money, right? That's $5,000 a year. $5,000. And then out of that $5,000, you have to decide how much of that are you willing to save in gold and silver, right? Now, I'm not your financial planner, but for me, I try to save at least 20% of what I'm currently spending, of what I'm currently saving. I do that in gold and silver. And why do I do that, ladies and gentlemen? Because I'm unlikely to cash this in. This little $100 replica is 4 ounces of silver. I'm unlikely to cash this in when Jay-Z comes to town. These, ladies and gentlemen, are 1 ounce of silver, MS-70s. They're in perfect condition, stored in a museum quality case. So they're going to continue to be like perfect, great coins. More. Right? More. More. This, ladies and gentlemen, is issued by the U.S. Mint. They're 5 ounce replicas of the 25 cents state quarter series that came out. So they look exactly like the quarters, but they're 5 ounces worth. And you see, ladies and gentlemen, when you do that, you can save. Let me show you. Back here, whoops. Back here, right? These are all silver eagles. Every single one of these are silver eagle. One of the most highly sought after collected coins in the world. This, ladies and gentlemen, you know, Black Panther, Iron Man, these are also 1 ounce. This is silver, MS-70, stored in museum quality case. And so are these, right? My point to you is this. One day when I die, my daughter is going to get a good big pile of this stuff. And she'll be able to cash it in if she needs to, pay for college or get married or some other case like that. But it's hers. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't have a savings plan, what are you leaving your kids? You see, the good book says that a wise man leaves an inheritance for his children's children's children. You can't do that with an insurance policy, right? You can only do that through a strategy. You can only do that through education. You can only do that through a willingness to share information. Information lasts forever. 2 types of currency in the world: bullets, because if I got it, if you got it and I want it, and I got my bullets and you got it, I can take it. The second is information. If I got it and you want it, you'll give me what I need for it, right? So that's essentially the 2 types of currency. The third currency in the world is something that is non-perishable, right? It is beautiful, it's collectible, and I wish that you had a whole closet full of it. Ladies and gentlemen, I joined 7KMetals because I believe in getting my coins wholesale, my bullion wholesale, gold and silver. I don't believe in paying retail prices for it. That's why I got a Costco membership for the same reason. My point, ladies and gentlemen, is why start a business from your home, network marketing, when you can start a plan that is a business from your home that is network marketing, and a plan that helps you and your family in the long term. Ladies and gentlemen, my first video, just want to thank you all for paying attention. Subscribe, because I'm going to have new videos come out all the time. Love.